Welcome back to Code Hive, the place where we make it work, make it right, and make it fast. So in today's video, we will be talking about variables as well as constants. So in the previous video, I introduced what the PL/SQL block is and the syntax as well as all the information that you need in regards to what the PL/SQL block is. So in this video, we will be talking about variables as well as constants. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because you do need it when you are using your PL/SQL. So basically, variables and constants are fundamental elements used to store and manipulate data within blocks of code. So the first one that we'll be looking at is variables. So basically, variables are named memory location whose values can be changed during the execution of a block. So again, variables are declared in the declare section. So if you still have not watched that video where I introduced the PL/SQL block, then please do that. But if you have watched that video, then you will be familiar with the declare section, right? Because we did indicate that our PL/SQL block consists of declare, it consists of begin, exception, as well as the end. So if you are working with variables, then your variables, they will be in the declare section. So the syntax is as follows. So you have your variable name, right? And then your data type and then initial value. So the reason why I put this initial value in square brackets is because this is optional. So the reason why I say it's optional is because if you're not assigning a value to a variable, then you don't need that part, right? And then this over here, right? So that is your assignment operator, basically. So you know how when you working with variables, you'd say maybe for instance x int is equals to 10, right? So now in this case, in PL/SQL, we would say x int, and then we would use that is equals to 10. Okay, so that's the example. So another example that I want us to look at is if you want to let's say have a variable called y, and then you want to use for example varchar2 and then with a length of 30, and then you would assign it to the value hello, for example, hello, right? And then that would be your variable. Okay, so this would be your variable name, and then you would have your data type, and then you would have your initial value. Okay, so that's in terms of variables. So the next one that we'll be looking at is constants. So I hope this makes sense. We will be looking at more examples as we get into the PL/SQL block when we're working with cursors. So that's in the next video. So that's it for variables. The next one we'll be looking at is constants. Just a quick reminder that my ebook is on Amazon. It's called SQL Explained, a comprehensive study guide. So like it's saying, it's a study guide that has SQL topics on there. I use nice fonts, nice color, so that it's easy for you guys to understand. So please be sure to check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below, and you can also find the link in my channel description so that you're able to get your ebook today. But anyway, let's get back to the video. Constants are variables whose values cannot be changed once they are initialized. So again, they are declared using the constant keyword, and it is declared in your declare section. Okay, so this is very important, right? The fact that once you declare them, you cannot change the value, right? So again, syntax, we have the constant name, and then we have the constant keyword, and then data type, and then you assign. So now you can see that in this instance, right? So in this instance, this is important. So when you're working with your constant keyword, you have to put in a value. So it's not like when we discussed the declare, I said that the reason why I put it there is because it is optional. The reason why I put it in square brackets, it is optional. But in this case, you have to have it. Okay, so let's say, for example, you want a variable called pi, right? So you want a variable called pi, and then comes your, then after your constant keyword is your data type. So for now, let's say number, and then we assign it to the value of pi. So it's 3.14159. Okay, so now this cannot be changed. So the value of pi cannot change, right? So that would be the value, and then that would be your data type, okay? And then that will be your constant keyword, and then you will have your constant name. So meaning that as you're working on your program, the value of pi cannot change. So every time you say pi, or every time you use the pi variable, the constant variable, then it will know that you are referring to 3.14159. So that value will not be changed. So that's the difference between variable as well as a constant. So a constant, you use the constant keyword, and it indicates that the value cannot be changed once it is initialized. And then in terms of variables, the values can be changed during the execution of a block, and then it is optional to assign a value to that variable. So that's the difference between a variable as well as a constant. So that is what I wanted to discuss in this video. In the next video, I will be talking about curses. So we will be using our PL/SQL block. We will be using variables. Maybe I'll be using constants as well, but it will make sense as to how to use the PL/SQL block. So basically that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Please hit the like button if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching.